Is it true that you're as of now holding some Ethereum coins and need to understand what's on the horizon for the venture? Or then again, perhaps you're thinking about how high Ethereum will go in 2021. In any case, I have all your questions covered. Ethereum was established in 2015 by a Russian-Canadian engineer called Vitalik Buterin. It's a blockchain convention that permits individuals from everywhere around the world to send and get assets without requiring an outsider. However, unlike Bitcoin, Ethereum can accomplish such a great deal more than perform monetary transactions. It turned into the first ever blockchain task to have something many refer to as smart contracts. A smart contract is a bit of code that permits individuals to go into an agreement without requiring a middleman. Under certain conditions, the smart contract can naturally move assets starting with one individual, then on to the next. Much the same as smart contracts, every exchange that happens in the Ethereum framework is accessible to see on the public blockchain, making the organization straightforward. Regarding execution, Ethereum can complete a transaction in around 16 seconds. The blockchain can scale a limit of 15 exchanges each second, which is considerably less than other smart contract conventions. We figure it would be a good idea to quickly discuss a portion of the things you ought to consider when looking through someone else's value predictions. In actuality, nobody can foresee the Ethereum future. While a few people get expectations right, other people misunderstand them. No forecast can ever be ensured to be completely accurate. If that were the case, we would all be exceptionally rich. But it is imperative to ensure you generally do your free research and never invest just because you like the sound of a value forecast. The crypto market is quite possibly the most unstable enterprise on the planet, with costs regularly going all over the place with no unmistakable motivation behind why. When we examine value predictions, we think the main interesting points are true. This incorporates things like guidelines, future turns of events, improved innovation, and organizations. Then again, others want to utilize these charts to foresee the future, so it's up to you which technique you want to trust. In this way, since you understand the interesting points or the important points when understanding forecasts, the rest of this video will examine some mainstream value predictions. The primary expectation I want to talk to you about was delivered by an online investigator called Bobby Ullery. The model that Ullery utilizes depends on the worldwide economy and the supposition that blockchain innovations will assume a much larger role in global exchanges. As indicated by him, Bitcoin and Ethereum will each hold 25% of the whole crypto industry, which he predicts will have an all-out market capitalization of $4.5 trillion by 2021. Market cap is used to compute the complete estimation of a digital currency. It's done by duplicating the current market cost of a coin by the aggregate sum of coins available for use. For instance, if a coin is valued at $20 and there were 10 million coins available for use, the complete market cap would be $200 million. Presently, on account of Ethereum, although there's no fixed stockpile, Ullery utilizes complete coin decimation of 100 million, as this is what Vitalik Buterin has recommended will occur. Along these lines, considering all we've said, this specific Ethereum value forecast of 2021 accepts that Ethereum will be worth $11,375. This would give Ethereum an all-out market cap of over $1 trillion. All in all, is this believable? For Ullery's cost forecast for 2021 to work out as expected, it would have to go beyond its unsurpassed high of $1,300 by 775%. This isn't entirely ridiculous when you consider that Ethereum expanded its cost by 10,000% in 2017. Be that as it may, what do you think? The next Ethereum forecast for 2021 we're going to examine was by Long Forecast. This specific outlet is more negative about the future cost of Ethereum. As you'll see here, Long Forecast gauges that in January 2021, the cost of Ethereum will be $724. At that point, throughout the following half year, they believe that the cost will go all over, going from a low of $474 up to a high of $672. The coin began the year at $130, rapidly revitalizing $284 by mid-February. Be that as it may, in the wake of fluctuating over the $200 level for nearly 30 days, its value dropped to $106 on March 12th, driven by the wide auction and monetary business sectors towards the beginning of the COVID-19 emergency. The dive didn't keep going too long, and Ethereum rose steadily until September 1st, when the coin crested at $483, with its market cap coming to $54.4 billion. While the value did slide to $322 by September 23rd, the market cap grew 60% in the second from the last quarter of 2020, going from $25 billion to $40.5 billion before the end of September. Before long, the crypto steadily rose, which took it up by more than $300, with the coin hitting $673.83 on December 17th. This cost spoke to a year-to-date development of more than 420%. A revision at that point followed, and at closing on December 21st, Ethereum exchanged at around $615. While the coin still can't seem to reach its $1,432 unequaled high, it has been en route to the top this year, rising gradually. The arrival of the hotly anticipated Ethereum 2.0 was delayed a few times, leaving the tasks local area disappointed. In any case, November at long last saw the appearance of the store contract. Just 7 days after the dispatch, the agreement hit 22.5 million, with more than 50,000 Ethereum kept. On December 17th, there were more than $1 billion worth of Ethereum secured store contracts. On December 1st, with more than 21,000 validators and more than 674,000 Ethereum marked, a different confirmation of stake blockchain network called Beacon Chain was released. The dispatch closed phase 0 of Ethereum's agreement instrument change, which will generally settle a few issues including versatility. Danny Ryan, Ethereum Foundation specialist, remarked on the occasion, saying the dispatch of the Beacon Chain is a gigantic achievement and establishes the framework for Ethereum's more adaptable, secure, and economical home. Meanwhile, Ethereum is remaining at the front line of the decentralized finance blast. There's currently $16.24 billion secured DeFi applications. The figure is 2,300% higher than the numbers seen towards the beginning of 2020. If the pattern is to proceed, it could drive revenue of both individual and institutional speculators in Ethereum much higher. Recently, Bitcoin merchant Josh Olszewicz set his short to medium-term Ethereum value focus at $780. Another forecast from Simon Dedek, from BlockFire and Moonrock Capital, sees Ethereum changing hands at $800. Considering the long haul, Dedek accepts that the coin will ultimately ascend to exchange at $9,000. James Todaro, another crypto industrialist at Blacktown Capital, feels Ethereum can come to a $1 trillion market cap on the end of developing DeFi industry. As indicated by this gauge, the cost of Ethereum could flood to $9,000. As for the Ethereum prediction offered by walletinvestor.com, the coin is set to ascend to $872 before the end of 2021 and $1,076 before the end of 2022. Given projections from digitalcoinprice.com, the coin's cost is predicted to rise greatly, exchanging at around $1,493 in 1 year and $1,614 in December 2023, and even at $2,222 in December 2025. Long Forecast likewise predicts Ethereum to reach $1,694 before the end of 2021. However, not every person offers a particularly bullish position. For example, Mike McClone from Bloomberg Intelligence said in the most recent report that Ethereum and XRP's outperformance of Bitcoin in 2020 was characteristic of the suffering idea of fintech in a world progressively overwhelmed by zero or negative rates and quantitative facilitating. Although most of the predictions look rather bullish, digital currencies stay as unstable as usual. Crypto buyer markets are known for their snappy amendments. In this way, regardless of whether Ethereum is set to hit new record highs sometime soon, you should in any case get ready for a rough ride. What is your prediction? Will Ethereum ascend in 2021? On the off chance that you're hoping to attempt to benefit from the market instability without resolving to long-haul ventures, you can do so by exchanging Ethereum through contracts for difference. For the longer-term Ethereum value figure, is anticipated to encounter consistent development, rising to $762 by December 2022 and $910 by December 2023. Before the end of 2021, it's anticipated that Ethereum should dramatically increase to about $1,488. This is a fascinating forecast, since it implies that they don't anticipate Ethereum should break its unsurpassed high until November 2021. If it does reach $1,488 at that point, it would give Ethereum a complete market cap of roughly $148 billion. If this forecast is right, it would imply that Ethereum will require an additional year and a half before it's all set out on a major estimating run. Now, what are your thoughts about the Ethereum price predictions? Feel free to share your concern with us in the comment section below. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and don't forget to click that notification bell. See you next time.